been thinking a lot about folk dances that go along with music, and I've been thinking a lot about how I go to concerts. I go to my friends' concerts. People come to my concerts, and I think there's a component missing, and I think that component is folk dancing. We have people who are getting together, and the music is playing, and the food's there, and it's all everything's there, and then the last step is like audience participation. It's like dancing. It's hard to do when it's not like still part of culture in the way that it used to be. But I grew up in an area where we did some folk dancing called square dancing, and I'll play for you a song that my friend's grandpa does. It's a game he calls nine pin, which is basically like musical chairs um, with dance partners. So there's an odd number of partners, or there's one person who doesn't have a partner, and so you kind of play the game. You go through the whole dance routine, and then at the end, when the music stops, everyone's got to find a partner, and whoever's the odd person out doesn't have their partner. They're the nine pin. And then you replay the game a couple of times. That one goes like this. And then it's 1 and 4 foot. Yeah, and then it's 1 and 3, 4 hands around the nine pin. 2 and 4, 4 hands around the nine pin. Nine pin swings number one. Then swings number two. Then swings number three. Then it is on to four. Then back home. Oh, because, just because, just because. And the dance leader will motion to the band like how many times you go through that until the music stops. And so the audience can't, the dancers can't see that, but the band can. And so the band knows to stop, and that's when everyone has to get a partner again. It's fun. And then another thing is I learned some folk dances from folk music from around the world, and what I learned like doing all these folk songs is that like the speed at which I play them is like not fast enough. Like dancers need it faster to really at a higher level to like really do the dance. And this is a song called Hopak, and it's like a Ukrainian folk dance. I think it is the Ukrainian folk dance. If you looked it up, you'd find like, okay, this is the national folk dance of Ukraine. And if you look at on YouTube of like dancers who do this, you'll see this is like some of the most intense dancing in the world. But the song kind of goes like this, and it starts slow and then it gets really fast. And even that is like fractions of how fast it needs to be. Like when you listen to it live, it's like anyway. My thoughts, my humble thoughts and reflections on what I'd like to do in 2025 is I'd like to try as best as I can to implement some amount of like folk dancing into my live shows that I do. And so, if you're interested, come on out and we'll try and make some magic happen. Thank you.